one issue apparently just comes with another, right? Yeah, I know the keyboard is terrible. It's an old keyboard, it lasts, it's incredible how long it has lasted. I've got it from someone, and as long as it works, I'll use it. But it has seen its better day for sure. But, Anyway, this is the issue I have. I have no idea why. Of course, there's the WES work tool and all that. If you make a small installation where you don't have any options, it just installs everything, right? Which makes everything smaller and all that, right? Which is great. I used it when I used DVDs, because I could keep it under 4 GB even with edited things and all that. But the thing with that was that, I tried to sort out all the drivers and updating. And no, well, primarily I was, looking into updating the drivers, not being concerned about the audio drivers at all. I did understand there was some kind of a small issue that I really didn't think was an issue. Thought it was workable. So I was looking into updating the system to its, fullest, at least, to the possibility and all that. And, of course, mega socks, Microsoft have done so many, you need to go through so many hoops, so much insanity. So it's just disgusting. On so many levels, they made it so hard, so hard. But in any case, so I found out in regards of, as far as I know, the issue was that the audio drivers couldn't work if you installed the small installation. If you have like this compact version, I can't remember what it's called. I don't have the application installed, so. But yeah, at the moment. Yeah, it was just terrible. Let's see if I actually. So I finally, after a long time, got that sorted out in regards to trying to. I have 2 different updates of this application, but in the end, I found out it seems like if I just make a big image, a full image with everything in it, it works. It didn't, I tried to install the application again without an update, and it still didn't work. So it seemed to be just, it just can't sort it out apparently. It just fails, which is again, it's kind of odd because it's the same thing that is installed on the small one as I install on the big or the full one. The only difference is that you get the option in the installation to do, this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, right? Whereas the other option, you just take this one and only have that option. So there shouldn't be any difference at all in regards to the installation at all. But apparently it makes the sound drivers not work at all. It just, it can't work, it doesn't want to run and all that. So, but anyway, I sorted that out, right? I sorted that out, and I thought, oh great, right, now that's sorted out. Well, not really, apparently. Well, that sorted that out, but I hit into another issue. I finally thought that I pretty much had every single driver installed in regards of a pretty, nearly newest edition, or as far as I wanted to go, in regards to that. And the MS updates, I found a good amount of them, so you can fully update the thing, although you still need to manually install some of the updates afterwards because it's bullshit, as as it goes. So I had the version from Dell for, I still have, of course, it's a 32-bit version of WES that I've hacked in some sense, so it didn't install all that nonsense that it wanna install and lock it down. So it works, right? But that's a 32-bit, and that's, I'll use it for checking applications as well. If they're not going to run, well, then most likely not 32-bit, right? Making my portable thing and all that. But I found out it actually, the mobile works on that. And I'm like, okay, so the mobile works on that, right? But it doesn't work on. I've been looking after if there was a Windows embedded standard version without the Service Pack 1. Because who knows, that might, if I take the original and then I could check if that was an issue. And if that wasn't an issue, I could update it to Service Pack 1 and get all the drivers and all that, and see if I can get things to work, right? But I kind of haven't been able to find the WES7 image without a service pack. I'm not sure if it exists. I think it exists, but it's just not on the internet as far as I have not been able to find it. It was like eBay maybe. I guess the problem is that WES7 is not like a popular, it's not like a totally, standard. Okay, anyway, WES7 installation CDs, Microsoft, or maybe that should have been another way. Anyway, see, Microsoft, or maybe we need to write Windows embedded installation. Maybe one can buy. Of course, I can't buy on the internet at the moment. Okay, Microsoft Windows embedded standard 7 installation. Let's see here. That's a license. I don't need a license. I need a installation disk. If that exists, anything of that nature. Mostly it's just Windows 7. Here we have an Ultimate 32 and 64 and all that. Home Premium. Yeah, but of course I'm looking for the WES7. So it should work, right? But it doesn't work, and again, I don't know why it's not working. I tried to do a lot of things in regards to the sound drivers to get it to work when it didn't work, but I just had to go back to the I thought, okay, if there's, apparently there seemed to be an issue with Microsoft's thing, tool. I can't remember the right names for it and all that. But clearly there were some problems. I don't see any installations here on eBay. Maybe my search is not good enough. I do find a lot of other, standard versions that usually is the things that is used, but I don't have a key for that. Of course, I could just hack it and all that. That's of course an option, but of course that's not totally legal and all that. But apparently I have a Home Premium, and that works for my stationary computer. And but apparently the license has been on my laptop, I think, and on my stationary, and apparently that's all that it can do. So I tried to fix I had this thing that I could fix the hard drive over in the stationary, which I'm moving from. So when I'm moving from, I would just like the system over on the other one, right? And but apparently I'm not allowed to do that. Apparently, just nonsense. But that's I got the key out from the Slim device. Although that took a little, but that works for installation and all that. For the WES version, not for the Home Premium. I tried to do all this calling thing and a madhouse without, it just continues with the madhouse, numbers and numbers and numbers, and then when you fix all the numbers, it just tells you, well, because it asks me how many have computers, and I think two, right? But apparently that's outside, it's use. But anyways, I tried to activate it over on the stationary, and that worked, and then I just moved it over, but that didn't work, so that stopped working. So that didn't work. I tried to do some other kind of installations to see. The 32-bit version doesn't work, and the 64-bit version, the pure version of WES7 doesn't work with either of them. But clearly it works with Dell's own version. So the question is, how to fix it, right? And one way to fix it might actually just have been if I could have found a WES7 without SP, but I don't know if it would have been released without an SP. I think there's like SP installation, so there must have been a version that didn't have SP. I don't know. I really don't know, because again, there's all this Windows 7, Windows 7, Windows 7, and all this license madness and all that disgusting thing. So I just get this error, and try to install the media version of the system to see if that would work, I don't know what further should be installed to make it work, but there might be an update package that it should really work, I would think, but it doesn't, clearly. But it works on the Dell installation. So the question is, why does it work on the Dell installation? And is there a way that I can figure out what kind of I think there's this application which actually might look into what updates I have in regards to the NT Lite, I think. We get the same issue. The Microsoft MTP driver. That's it. Windows Media Format Runtime Update. The Microsoft MTP driver is not found on your system. Please install Windows Media Format Feature Pack using download link for your media device to work correctly. And of course the link doesn't work, and of course it's hard to actually also just to get the link. But if you get the link and into one of these old things, you can download some of the files, and yet that didn't work, that didn't want to work either, Okay, you try to install it, and if I recall correctly, it just says that this is not for this system. But there might be, maybe, it could be a setting somewhere. That's one option. Somewhere in it's all this. Another option is that it could be an update of some kind that is needed. And I might be able to find that update if I install NT Lite on the, because it has something in regards, I think, I'm not entirely sure, but last time it seemed to have something for the system itself, so maybe that's a possibility that I could look into what updates and try to extract those updates somehow and install them on a pure version of 32-bit, although that's only 32-bit, and I can see if that then makes makes it work. If that makes it work, then of course would be, it's starting that up. Oh, it shouldn't start that up. If that makes it work, maybe I actually should have gone into it anyway, because I want to see if it actually has those installations. That's true. I have some. I fix some. That's another option, a way to maybe circumvent the thing. You're trying to find a loophole, right, as usual, which usually takes hours and hours and hours to find. But I was looking into if Dell, which Dell have different slim machines, right? And I was looking into if maybe they had released a 64-bit version, and I'm not entirely sure. I did find one which installs on a 32 gigabyte instead of 16 gigabyte. Of course, this all locked down as well. They, Dell locks it down in their own disgusting, filthy system, so there's not really any way of, there's probably a way, but you will need to figure that out. How to sort that out. Oh, it's making some issues because I still have a USB in. That's multiple things in regards to if you have a USB in when you try to install WES7, it might make an issue in regards of the drives and all that when you try to install that and all that, and then you need to restart and run through it, and this one has the same problem. If there's anything else, then it breaks. So yeah. So just going into the installation, because I did find it was like, say the system itself was also bigger, which you would expect of a 64-bit version. And if you're installing it on a 32 gigabyte drive instead of a 16 gigabyte drive, there should be a possibility that they might have chosen a 64 gigabyte or 64-bit version of Windows 7. And the question is, can I install it on my on this slim device that I have here? Well, that's interesting. It says there's no images. I guess I might have done something wrong in regards of fixing. I think I need to put those files in the root. And it's hard to remember everything, but anyway, let's just turn it on the other one. So everything takes time, and it goes a little here and a little there. Oh, come on, where's my hole? There's a good amount of holes, but the question is to find it and get it. Come on. Well, there we go. I found a hole. Okay, great. So let's just fix those things here in regards of, we want this one, so we'll just copy. I don't know if it actually, oh my, that's a good question. It probably don't want me to name change the file if I'm not entirely sure, but okay, let's move this down here and not name change it. Maybe if I just name changed both of the files, maybe that could actually work. It's interesting how it's like packed further. I can't remember how it all was working, but yeah, this also have like double. Okay, anyway, we have yeah, we have a BIOS thing that, of course, I guess I might actually just, well, maybe one could actually delete it, or maybe one could edit some of the things and make it install Windows 64, even if this is maybe I could edit some files, just and trick it into installing this Windows if it doesn't work. And of course the BIOS version wouldn't. Okay, so we can just go and find NT Lite, I think it's called. I also did hack this system. Well, not well. Yeah. Besides hacking the system, I moved it over to a bigger hard drive. Well, or install it on a bigger hard drive. So anyway, let's see. NT Lite, no, that's just need a USB here. So let's install NT Lite. Well, let's find it first and install it. And I think there's an option for the system in itself, and I might be able to see what is installed. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Then I can at least see what updates there is and see if there's something. And of course, if I can actually install the 64-bit version and actually also see that it works on the 64-bit version. One way of doing that is then to see what updates there is and comparing it to the other thing. See if there's some kind of update there is there that, you know. So then of course, how to fix it, right? Let's see, we have Windows here, deployed, and it has this installed. Can I push it? Okay, so I can do. It seems to be possible to do something, and who knows? We'll see what I can see. So this is the last thing that I pretty much seem to have, with, if I just can get this last thing to work. It's taking me way too much time. It's like insane how long time it took, or have taken me. And all these issues, right? I just thought I could take my home premium, move it over to another computer, right? But apparently license bullshit, Anyway, it's become pretty silent, this machine. I don't know if anyone would adopt it or something like that. At least I won't be using it much anymore. When I get off grid, and even when I get off grid, I'm even not sure I can do the slim device. Although I still need direct deployed image editing is for licensed version only. Applying will be disabled. Try to well, whatever. I don't need to edit anything. I just want to see what is there in regards to drivers. Oh yeah, some gas. Yeah, I'm missing something there. Keyboard filter. Yeah, can I like take these or something like that? Could I? I don't know if I can. Disable custom. Open. That's a huge amount. I guess it shouldn't be a surprise. Let's see. Can I? Nope. Remove. Open whip download. Okay. Some of them I can open. These I can. This is like the language file, so that's not a problem. But apparently I can only remove them. Here we have open web article. Application not found. Yeah, but can't you use something else? Can you? Is the Opera browser not put as the default? How do I change the default browser? It does seem like there's a open web download. I'm still trying to reach out to explore. Okay, but anyway, here we have some files, or maybe we can see like it shouldn't be a security update, right? So we could maybe check with apparently tough here to filter. I can't even move it to okay. We have hotfix, security pack, feature pack. Wow. A lot of security updates that shouldn't really be it, I think. There's some feature pack, update, hotfix. Yeah, that's a good question, right? But yeah, that's a good amount, and we can see some. I'll just take a. If I need to go through and sort that out, that will take a long time. Of course, that would be 32-bit. Of course, when I if I find the file, if it is one of the files, of course it would be probably the same number for the 64-bit. But anyway, let's try to close that down. At least that seemed to work, and we'll try to install this other image, and that might be a 64 version, and if that is possible to install, we'll see. There's different options in regards of it. Of course, it could also ruin the BIOS if it updates it. That would be terrible. Hopefully it doesn't do that, but I guess in theory it could. It could try to update the BIOS with this other kind of BIOS that wouldn't work. Hopefully it can figure out that it's not the BIOS for this. Oh, there we go. Wait, where's my... there we go. We need that out. Come on, eject. There we go. Yes, hard. Yep. But anyway, so that's the issue I have. Again, I might, maybe if I go through some of the updates, I might be, but it doesn't, I'll try different updates. Well, the 64-bit version is pretty much updated. Oh, that actually was pretty good. And again, there might be something that will make it work. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of these crazy things, again. But that's the first place that I would think. Okay, I could try to poll, and that would be pretty big. Free space, total space. Okay, let's see a platform. New space, free space. It could pull the whole thing, but that will take a long time. But I can't. It should work. I would have thought it would have been. Let's see here. I have name changed some of it, but okay, let's see here. As I recall. Let's see here. Inside of it. No. Okay. See, open with WinRAR. Yeah. Here we go. That is. This is called 56790. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can find it. At least I've gotten to use that USB pin, for something positive, I guess. Let's see here, where is it? So it should have. Maybe this is ruining it. If I recall, you could name them, but it's like 500, right? I'm trying to take. Oh, was there something that you needed to actually do like this? Actually, might be the case that I need to cut them and move them one page down, which is just. Because, you know, that's typical the insanity of things, right? I think that might be the case. I think it might be finding it now. I just didn't have it. Oh, select all. Isn't that like a select all? No, apparently not. I'll just use the mouse here then. Copy. Paste. Shouldn't hopefully take too long. Oh, it's still 9. Yeah, let's just cancel that. It's going to take too long to, I thought it would. Okay, see here. I wonder why I didn't have the original in the blah 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 blah, and it always works on the device, right? Typical. So hopefully, you know, just be able to work out of the box, right? That would be too easy, you know. So what you need to also do when you don't have a, you know, use WinRAR to open it up. It's a, because it doesn't want to run without. I guess you might install it with that other application. You know, the only thing that, well, not the only thing, but the only sane thing could be like a KB, I think. If it's not the KP update from Microsoft that makes things work. Yeah, we can see something now. Great. We can. So I'm not sure what happens if I try to say run, but let's try it out. What could possibly error while validating security key? Please read the following reason may be error after validating the security key. Intended platform. Okay. So what we're going to do. And of course, I'm not hack the planet. If I can find a hole again. The planet here. Okay, so we have the original image here. I'll copy that, cut and fix it here, and we'll just delete this one. If I can rename it, because of course it would be reaching out to a specific file. I don't know if we can open this in a, let's see, can we like open, let's try to Notepad and see if it's like a file that you can actually read. Okay, that's some. And I would think that would be in regards to the folder. So there's some XML thing, gzip, whatever, transfer, destination. Probably the other XML file seems to be. We have the XML file here. Probably also can be opened up, and it has some data. There's some Merlin log. 2, 3, 4, 5, which is probably the system. We have a BIOS, which is probably not. So well, let's just edit this one, right? Because it's not really. Okay, let's take this one. We can always, we have a copy of that. So let's copy this over and see if that works. Is this enough? I don't know. We'll try. Let's see here. What do we have more? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 image files there. How many do we have here? We have 5. So, will there be a difference in things? I don't know. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hope that it continues. That will be also a way to do it. We have the MBR, we have some part 2, 3, 4, which I don't know what it is, but probably something else than the system itself, I would think. Part 5, image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be Windows. Oh, it's like huge image files, by the way. Are they opening up or open with? Well, we can maybe also open with, yeah, okay. Can we open them with like WinRAR or something like that? Probably not. Maybe we'll choose program. Let's try to browse. There's an image inside the image, of course. Okay. Part image 5, image 1. Yeah, they've done a lot of things to make it hard. Let's try to. Shouldn't be too easy, right? Yeah. Continue. So, yeah, I don't know if it's, you know, where it has its instructions for everything, but okay, EEPROM validation. Mismatch between security keys of the device and the security key present in the XML file. Check. Maybe you can just copy over those image files for Windows and see if that one wanna work. But then it then has everything, right? Just replace the files. I would think it probably has some kind of mathematical thing where it just, okay, it looks and move forward and move forward and move forward, right? Yeah, hack the planet. Hack the planet. Till something works. Going to good. Okay, we can see 2 now. We can see the 32. That's the edited. Let's try. Say OK. You know, now it just says that the file size in the package XML does not match with the file size downloaded on the something. It doesn't say OK. So anyway, I have another way. Seeing if we can try to Hack the planet. Do we love hacking the planet? No, but I'll have. There we go. It's hard to see when you're feeling your way forward. Okay, so another way to do it is to take this and just a new folder for the file. So we'll take this. No, there's nothing in it. Okay. I'll just fix them down here, paste. So they're called part 1. I'll take these, cut, put them in here into the standard installation, and we'll rename them to part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has like, if it, you know, if it understands that it can take like the next one in line, hopefully, we'll see. One can only hope. Oops, that should have been. So apparently there's like 5 things in regards to the other one and only one. Okay. So let's see, 1, 1, 1, 1, yep. And there we go. And we'll just, I think it's the, yeah, part 1, image 1. Let's see if we like copy. There's only 4 on the other one. Let's see if we like paste and see if, yeah, we got an issue. Yep. Okay. So now I've copied all the, as far as I know, the system files over in the folder where everything else is as. But of course, if it looks into how big the files are because of security things, you know, that might be needing a little more hack the planet than bullshitters. Sick and tired of how they always try to make things, you know, hard to. So, but anyway, I have the 32-bit version working, right? And I can well, I don't have a plain version of the 32. I would need to install a plain version of the 32-bit. And how did I actually, oh yeah, I used that application, that's true. And to pick up, okay, that was a long. Okay, so anyway, we have Windows 7. Now here it actually says, why does it actually says Windows 7 32? Oh, maybe because be the one. Let's say okay, let's see what happens. Okay, it started out with master boot record, non-PXE files in progress, an operating system in progress. Interesting. It's doing something. We'll see if it crashes. Now it's going for the operating system, which really should. I would actually like it not to do the BIOS. I don't know if one deleted the BIOS file, if it didn't. But anyway, it's running now, so I guess I'll just set up the BIOS again. But maybe you can delete the BIOS and then it might not update it or refresh it all the time. Oh no, I need to have that code again then. Right, there's something in regards to fire, if fire thing, whatever. Oh my. So yeah, it's what was that? Fire something? I can sort it out. I can find it out, right? If this works, you know, I can just sort that out and skip that point. Yeah, operating system in progress. should take a good amount of time. It's a pretty huge system. It's going to, but yeah, but if I can get the 6 on this, but if it's a 64-bit version, I can do the NT thing and look at the updates and compare them and with both systems and see if there's something that isn't installed and see if you could extract those updates, but not sure that's possible. So, but if it's on the update, or there's two ways to get updates, of course. I think that was a third way, but something where you need to be a member or something like that. I never got into that. So image pushing from USB device. Okay, now it started from the start. Pushing, that means it's uploading, because apparently we just couldn't call it upload as we. So it has started from the beginning again, and okay, and 8%. Figure out if it actually can install those, install the mobile thing, and if it can, then of course it would be wonderful. Then there's two ways of really, I could just have that 64-bit version, or see if I can fix the pure version, if it's a 64-bit, there's so many. Yeah, still doing its operating system thing. Can't remember how many times it needs to do it. I guess maybe it's like doing one file at a time, right? Maybe it's like image push, image uploading from USB. Maybe it's taking all those files that it can find and just a small one, I think. And I don't know. Maybe it's what it's doing. It'll be interesting to see if it takes every one of them, and not just a couple of them. Because again, there might be some other files that, say there's this file, that file, and only 4 files are not. If it's like an automated script, it might just, take the whole thing and then see, okay, that's need for one more, and then okay, go back, that's okay, let's take one more and one more and one more. Now again, it starts from the beginning and do its thing again. So yeah, I think that's what it's doing. Then the question is, if it's a 64-bit version, does it work in regard to the, and if it does work, then of course I'll have to look into the updates. Mm. Yeah, go on so many levels, you know. I don't know. I don't know where that lie is coming from. Because they're political on so many levels, you know. Highly political. It says this. Mm-hmm. And they take part in all these other different things. Here we have another one. Regards of operating system in progress. Doing the next one. Hmm. Well, I guess it should really be finished and with getting the operating system down. It would be very interesting to see if it breaks. Doobie doobie doo, still waiting. I think it takes all the files. Well, anyway. 16 gigabyte. I don't think you can get a 64, not with what they usually do. Like the 32 giga or the 32-bit version was cramped for 16 gigabyte, so way cramped in there. So ability that they might have used a 64 gigabyte version, but again, there also of course might be the possibility that they didn't, you know. So why did it fail? Maybe it only took those files that it thought, and then of course that's a problem. I don't know. But it failed. Imaging failed. Interestingly enough. Maybe just fix some of multiple files into one, right? But that's probably not going to work either. It's like 16 gigabyte, right? If you have like, there we go. Let's see here. Which is interesting why it would really have that, because it could have had, if you put them together, it wouldn't really be much much of a difference in, you know. But it's like part 1 image 5. From one image to another. I don't know. Oh, maybe that's, maybe that's not totally possible. Let's see the command. Open up in Notepad. Whoa. Not really going to be easy to. From 1511. Yeah, okay. From 612. Okay, this should be one. Like, is that like a formatting? Maybe. Nope. Okay, but image summary. Yes, it's lots of text, and I'm not entirely sure what to really look for here. Doesn't seem to. But yeah, it just said image for failed. I could try to call them 1, 2, 3. I didn't count the many times it was running. If it only was running 4 times, if it's only told to only run 4 times, again, that might be the case. Just delete some of these log files and see what we can do. We could try to take the MBR image from the other one and try to copy that over as well, but I'm kind of not sure what that really is. MBR, that should be just a startup, right? So that should probably be the same. Anyway, we're going to paste this one, copy, move it over here, paste. We have the bias, we can also move that away. Let's just move it over, we don't need it. Hopefully, RSP file, right? And this is the one running, and can we open it with a notepad here? See what we have. So it goes after that folder. Description, you have a description of it. WES image use. There's something in regards to size here. Split files, is there anything? There's another size here. File size 400, but what is it pointing to? I would think it would be to check the offset. Oh my. Okay. What if I like, what if I make like a new one? And oh, we don't have keyboard here. Oh, typical. Edited. Yep. And then we'll just take some of the information here. Number, this one. I think this is one that reach off. And it has like this, and we have like a 7p. I wonder what the 7p stands for. That's a description. We have number. We'll push this in instead. Paste. Okay. Also has image size here. So let's try to. No, that's fine. Okay, let's try to. Image version. Yep, save. I have no idea, but let's try it out. I don't think it will work. I think they have done probably more than just a little small you know, and that and all that. So they just made it into a image, and then inside the image there's like Linux files that again, that it extracts and puts over on the. Let's see what happens. Probably not. Probably want everything to totally be in order and all that. Anyway, it is what it is. If that's not going to work, then of course there's the other option in regards to the 32-bit version, and then install a version of the 32-bit that I made. Why wouldn't I be able to see that? Oh, we hit it. Yeah, a little smelly. It's right there, but apparently it's. Let's fix this into an X here. Let's make this not work with an XXX. Oh, wait. We'll just take the name, copy, and XXX, and say yes. And I'll paste this one and say paste. Check. Okay. And I don't know if it actually wanna work if I just put it on here. Okay, and we'll just push this one. It seems to still load on it. No. Reading XML, blah blah. Okay, yeah. I don't know, maybe it's if this doesn't work, I think I'll give up on that. Again, I don't even, I still don't know if it's a 64-bit version. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say it's 32-bit version, but it doesn't say it's well, it doesn't say it's 64-bit version, but it doesn't say it's 32-bit. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say anything, right? It doesn't say it's 64. Maybe the MBR or something like that made it fail. Maybe that's some. So I have the BIOS file. Yeah, I have the part 2, part 3, part 4. I wonder what these parts, what they're in these. Here we can see 2 files. Yeah, and we'll try this one. Okay, so it's the MBR file that it doesn't like at the moment. Okay. Let's go back here. Oh, we'll just edit the other MBR file. So it didn't like the MBR file for the other one apparently. Move and replace. Oh, high temperature. Oh, too bad. Okay. Let's try to. Let's try again. Restart. Okay. So let's have a restart. Let's see if that MBR, as far as I recall, the MBR was the other one. Yeah. Okay. So install the 32-bit vanilla version, update it, which always takes an hour or something like that, or even more, and then we can look into the different updates and see if there might be some kind of KB thing that might be valid. Oh, it was it accepted us this time. The master boot record on least one is accepted. So I guess so far so good. So the non-PXA file apparently is also accepted, and now the operating system apparently. So now I have fixed the file that I fixed the file that was the standard text file for it. For the big one, for those installation media. But of course, who knows, in regards to the master boot record might be a problem. It could be whatever. In regards of the information from the file might be in, who knows, in regards if it has. But it is skipping directly into the operating system, and it does seem to begin to do its thing, right? The question is it taking all the 5 files before it before it fails, or is it only taking 4 and then failing? That's the question. And of course, the visual thing of it is not going to tell me that. You just have to follow along if that's what you encountered, right? Anyway, that's how it is. Hmm. Oh. Oh, it'd be interesting if we find something in regards to that. Let's take that out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why not? In red, of course. I guess, well, at least twice, right? Video. Well, it's still at it. No. Absolut. Ja. I was still doing it. Yeah, no, we're still waiting for it. Well, it's nearly 7 o'clock. I guess the shop opens at least 2. Yeah, it failed. Okay, I guess that's not going to work. So, we're going to. I think I have the 64-bit version here. I'll just install that and up 2-bit version, maybe in regards of the vanilla, if I can get it working with the. If I can't get it working, of course, it might be better to actually keep the other one, I guess. Oh, did we have the? Oh, we didn't have the. That's my cable. Try again. So yeah, what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is install the. It would be nice to actually. I'm not sure in regards to the 64-bit and all that. Yeah. Is it that done? Oh, wait. Press any key from the. Is it still fixed? What is version? Should be the 5th. Let's try again. Okay, loading. What's the keyboard? I don't see the keyboard. Oh. Work this time? Yeah, it worked this. Hold all the files back in regards to the image. Where did I put that thing? That USB? No idea. Just done with, yep, okay, we can eject this one and we can put it on if we want to look at least for the 3.0 drivers. Let's go and do one. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Great. I can take that one. No, we actually have the drivers on that one, so we didn't actually need that. I guess. No, wait. We do have a need for that because it's 32-bit. Okay. Set the license. Application compatibility, and if we can, maybe get the 32 or 64-bit. I don't know, but we have at least the Ethernet. We have, okay, so let's modify drivers. Do we need to modify features? No, I don't think so. No. And no, wait. Let's go back here. Let's just modify. Browse. Okay, let's see if we can find them. This one. We want the. There we go. But that should have a. Yeah, the 64-bit. Where's the? There we go. Maybe. Yep. Okay. There we go. 86. Great. So those are added. Regards of external drivers. Great. See if we can find some Drivers for at least the internet. Well, I guess I could try this one, and should be the that didn't. How can I remove that again? You can't remove them? Apparently not. You can edit them, but you can't. Okay, well, maybe we can just try to just do like that. Now that it's all, you know. Yeah, we don't have the Ethernet drivers clearly. We need the 32-bit. Well, I guess I have it on the other version. Oh yeah. Of course, I do have it installed on the other. I have a good amount of the different. I don't know if I could. I could maybe take the double driver and let's just turn that off then. Turn it off and just added all the drivers pretty much, right? And of course still. Yeah. Okay. Let's move this in. So where the double driver application on? Is that on this one? I think so. This one doesn't. This one. Mostly I just need the. Pretty much just need the network drivers. That's, I guess, the most important thing. I could, I guess, added the drivers from the other system to the double driver and take all the drivers. Maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe that would work. It has all the in regards to the LD drivers, and of course those are working and all that, but I don't think it will work, but it could be interesting, of course. Why do we have double driver? Let's see here. And just added them and see what it does. And install it. Let's see, double drivers. There we go. Let's open it up. Backup, scan current system, and just take everything, I guess, you know. See, select all, and backup now. Structure, yeah. Now we can just copy that over and I guess have it run. And I actually think that those 3.0 drivers are also in that. Then it can figure out what drivers it wants to take and what it doesn't want, right? I guess that's a smart thing with the WES7 is that you. Oh, I need to pee. So it will sort out the drivers. Although there might be some drivers that actually makes it fatal, of course. In regards to the sound drivers, usually it doesn't want to install the sound drivers, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to work that good. It might not actually work. I can try it out. Just fix all the drivers and fix it to begin install, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I guess I might have an idea of at least some other things. But yeah, really it's just the network drivers that are the important thing here, and the 3.0 in regards to the USB. That's the two main drivers. It could be interesting, like let's say run it right and it installs without any issue or whatever. Finds whatever it needs. And could be interesting if it actually was working in regards to the Android, right? I don't think so, but okay, it's still doing its thing. Oh, I still have glass in my feet. That's terrible. In my toes. It's just terrible. Anyway, I guess maybe we are, who knows, in regards of sorting this out. I will have to, clearly have to, we'll use some more time. If I can just get it to work. And yeah, if I can get it to work to the 32-bit, and I would probably be able to get it to work on this. I just hope it's an update. It's maybe just one stupid Microsoft update that I just need to find. Finding a what do you call it? A needle in the haystack. But it might be something else. Again, it also in regards of the music. The music drivers might not have worked because of some kind of, but it's just weird that it would work on one and not the other, because it should pretty much be the same. So in regards to the different installations, you're installing the same thing, at least you should be, and yet you get a result where the audio drivers doesn't work. It could, of course, be something in regards of not having validating the tool. Because you get half a year to try the tool and use it, right? But there's nothing in regards of that you are not allowed to. And of course, the thing that is, I guess no, because if that was the case, it should have worked in regards of the standard images as well. If it was an issue with the tool and it doesn't work with the standard installations either, so we have the Realtek high definition audio, but they should make the installation break if you try to install those, but whatever. Okay, let's see. I try to update. Check for updates. It seems to have stalled on one specific update, so you never get to the point where it's fully updated, or never gets to where it says, but because that's Microsoft's as usual. And it also depends. Sometimes it goes one way in regards to installation, sometimes it goes another way, and the third way, it's just bullshit. It's really bullshit, but that's technology, and I guess Windows 7 began to do that. Instead of just taking the updates that you need, it began to apparently take multiple roads. So if you can get different results, you can install it, do it one way, and it might do so and so in regards to updates. Then you install it again, then it might do some else, it took different routes in regards of getting to a fully updated point. I found out when I tried to get this 64-bit fully updated. Disgusting. Okay, so now the operation is successful. Okay, so this should be all the 32 drivers. We have it here, and of course there's a lot of drivers that it probably didn't need, but we can let Microsoft sort that out. Okay, we have it here. That's a lot of drivers. Copy, and we'll copy this over to here. Windows 7 install stuff. Yep. Well, it's pretty much in regards to the Slim client, but of course it's the Slim client in 32-bit. So of course that needs to be copied over. That will take some time as well. with all those. Oh, it's actually not 480 megabytes, so it's not. Of course, it probably will take a little time anyway. Let's try to run the double driver again. Of course, it doesn't usually. It's a pretty good tool, so you can get your drivers out. See backup. Let's see here again. Scan current system. Again, I don't know if we have the drivers for the 3.0 thing. I think I have, but I'm not sure. If not, I'll just sort that, sort out, find those. But it should have sorted that out. But I guess, I don't know if it actually has put the drivers over there. Well, anyway, we'll just add those. We have those in 32-bit. I just don't see. You could really restore all these things after it installs, it seems, and then you could see if it was a driver issue, but I don't think it is. I think the problem is deeper than. There's a lot of things that Dell WES RAM disk driver, not really needed. So I probably wanna install a lot of things then. That is not needed. So maybe it actually would just be better just to take the other drivers that I know. But it could be interesting to see. Oh, here we go with the USB 3.0. There they are. So it could be interesting just to try to install everything and actually see if it actually wanted to work. Again, sound drivers probably doesn't work. I will have to be taken away, but I think I'll just try, just for the sake of trying. And again, probably most likely won't work, but hey, we can try it, right? So I'm going to take what, an hour or two, right? And whatever. Yeah. Wow. Okay, then we have 49 laws, right? And it's like a huge book, like a gigantic book. How many pages is that? How can they do so many laws, in regards of? So 49 laws, which are as thick as, what is it, 1,000 papers or something like that? And they expect the people to follow along with all those guidelines. 49 laws. 49 laws should be a couple of papers, It's like, this is just insane. A whole, that's just. It's just, 49. Like 49 laws. And that's for one of the 15 meetings or something like that. Like, I think, if there's like 15 meetings in a year, And I know you can't see it, but I could. If there's like 15 meetings in a year, and you have a pile like that every single time, think about the people. How is the people going to, follow along that pile of documents? If this is just one out of 15, right? Maybe you can just times it with 15. New laws, new laws, new laws, like a huge pile of laws. Incredible. That is, and think about it, and if they're just making all these laws, right? Oh, why can't? Oh, there's no keyboard in it. Oh, great. We have the keyboard issue. Can we find a hole for this? Oh, okay. I should have fixed those. I had the cables. Anyway. That's totally wild if they have. And they're going over all these laws or whatever, It's terrible, Huge amount of laws. If that's what, it's it's just. I just. Oh, I think this is humor. A Nazi symbol. What is that? Give me a ring. Yeah. Okay, we finished copying. Great. So let's shut that down and let's get the 32-bit thing in it. So what's the clock? 7:22. Well, 1.5 hours, and they open up. I should get some coffee, I think. Also still need a bath. They open 6 o'clock. Like, I should really get my. Oh well. Okay, and let's take that out. Get number 2 in. Exchange the hard drive. Right. Now I've been thinking in regards of some other thing in regards of hard drive. I might be able to get a little more room in the machine so I can actually fix a standard, nearly a standard hard drive in it actually, because it's not going to get too hot. So it depends if there's not really anything underneath this thing. I could just take some metal off, you know, of the heatsink, because it's, you gotta be kidding me. This is never going to get too hot, you know. Well, at least it's really not that hot. So, oh, oops, so you could you could take some of the heatsink. Because if you're not allowed to, if you're not allowed to overclock the CPU or anything like that, that's at least there doesn't seem to be any real. You can just take a little of the heatsink, pretty much. That's and that might be able to then have the hard drive. Well, I'll have to see if I can look into that anyway. So yeah, it's like totally over dimensioned, it seems, in regards to keeping the heat low. The problem of cutting a little off the heatsink and making a little room for a hard drive, so it can actually sit down in the standard hard drive, an M2 with a yeah, I've seen some things that it's nice to also just be able to exchange hard drives and fix different systems really easily, So of course, if one could fix, cable, then you could just fix a hard drive, I guess. Change the hard drive, and if you want to run. Oh no, yeah, okay, we have it here. Okay. Let's get it installing. No, that's not going to. The Windows system. I don't think you can do that. Well, maybe you can, That would be nice if I actually had like an extraction tool for the drivers in the system. Okay, so I see modify drivers, blah blah blah. Automatically detect. Hey, if we don't try, we won't know, right? So let's try it out. But most likely, because the audio drivers, at least usually, that tends to break things, 11:15, that should be today. Say okay. Means 9, right? December 10 and so forward, right? So September, November, no, September, November, no, wait. September, October, November, December. Okay, 105, okay. It added all the all the drivers has now speed 10, 100, and 1000 LAN. It's not totally important, but it's interesting. I wouldn't have had that. Oh, well, it's not totally. Did I edit that when is that also not added in the 64-bit versions here? Net frame, we have all the net frames. Everything is pointed out there. Boot environment, enhanced right filter boot environment, all an old browser that doesn't work anyway. Windows data access components. And all these fixed and sorted. All these. So embedded enabling features. Oh, seems to be everything being seems to be taken, okay. But we have the media center, which is not added. I don't know if that would help if I added it. I doubt it, but working wouldn't be needed. Of course, I don't run wireless. I don't have all of this. I have some SQU compliance things and all that. Help Microsoft Windows Shell. Extended footprint is actually not big, it's smaller than the we could add it. It's probably not going to work anyway. So let's just added the media center and resolve the dependencies and move forward. And well, I guess it probably won't install because of those. Disk 1. Okay. Primary system. Why is there? That's like disk 1, disk 2, and allocated. But all of them are disk 0, so that should be the hard drive. Okay. Oh, it's because I tried to install all this other nonsense. That's I was just trying to in regards to 32 gigabyte. Maybe it doesn't have the I do, if it doesn't have the space to actually put the it makes its own position, right? And if it actually only make it like 16 gigabyte because I fixed it with this other, then of course there wouldn't be room for everything, I guess. At least that would be problematic. I'm not sure. Just the number didn't add up, right? Yeah. So okay, so we also see to. Can I remember what I did? Probably. Well, this should be cut and move back here. Now I probably should. I should rename them. Oh no. It's the 32-bit version, so it should be smaller, and well, it does seem to be smaller, right? And thereby it shouldn't be probably we need this over here. Paste. Oh, my brain, my poor brain. copy this, and hopefully I have everything as it should be. Now we have it here. Great, let's just copy. Cut it, whatever. Move it over to the. So we have the original. It's really hard to remember all the things, really. So this installation probably will fail, but we'll see. If it fails, I'll edit all the things except the audio drivers. I guess there might be other things that actually might be problems. So anyway, some contact to the Dell thing. It would have been nice to be able to, to get the 64-bit version if I can't get this to work. Of course, if I can get this to work, it's not a WES or WES 5020 and install the system, and then move the system over if it's a 64-bit version. Of course, that's no one is saying it's a 64-bit version, so that's of course a problem, right? A bigger hard drive as well, so maybe this is not the. Let's use what? No, 1520. Let's see, yeah. No. Yeah, 16 gigabytes. So this is also 60 gigabytes, so that's most likely also just. It doesn't really say, does it? See, 5060. Okay, let's try to find that 5060 again. Do 5060. 5060. Let's choose that product. Maybe someone have it on YouTube. It just says OP product. Oh, it wasn't that. So, I guess there could still be. Still be 32 or 60, 64, right? I wonder if why Windows Embedded Standard 7 Pro. Okay. So that is a 64-bit version they have here, according to this website. Wonderful website, by the way. In regards to parkytowers.me.uk. Yeah. Typing an email 9 to 12 watts, so that's a lot heavier than a good amount of heavier than my own. And then adding 1 terabyte hard drive, streaming a video 12 to 20 watts, and varied use 7 RAM slots, it seems. RAM max 16 gigabyte, and it's a quad core, so that should be a little faster than here he's asking, haven't done that, you have to navigate the first directory and then expand the on for sure. I do have an here running 32-bit Windows 7 Pro. What's the information he had on the... If you look at the search site, you can see he has information. Search here. Keyboard, yeah. Let's search it out. You know. It doesn't. You usually do write something about things, but I don't know where the you know WES7 and WES10 OS and but, you know, these he usually writes it, you know, so it seems there might be a 64-bit version. Oh well, I guess it was worth a try. Sadly, it didn't work. Goes into the hardware. What's the software section? Oh, who knows? Anyway, let's just hope we sort it out. Way too many here. So yeah, installing. It's installing features and updates. It should break at the end. Long and then it stops, right? So you have to do it over, you know. Have to do it again. So yeah. So anyway, at the third point we get the 32-bit install. We can begin to, I guess, work on that. laws. I was going to use a little time to roll back things. So, of course, I could do it. I could try like a different way, right? I could install the network drivers and the 3.0 drivers. Into the system by that other application and see if that actually does something. Yeah, who knows? I'll try that. Anyway, we'll just start from the beginning again, I guess. Oh, apparently, okay, we don't have the keyboard in, of course. A, B, C, D, E, there we go. Next. And I see a modify drivers and modify features. We'll just find browse. And then we need the network drivers at least. Should be good question. Which one is it? This one? We'll see. Okay. No? Oh, no. Okay, let's try again. Yeah. Let's really take common controllers, that could be it. Let's try that. Yep, okay. Of course now I can't delete the other one. I need to start over. I also have that voice game that I should probably also look into. I actually have 2 games I should. Eliyahu Hanabi, Eliyahu Hilati, Bimhera, Bimhera, Yavo Aleinu, Imashia ben David, Imashia ben David. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. The clicking game. I hate it. I hate it, you know. My brain. Totally. Can't handle it after too much time. I need a break. Let's go. Let's have that thing here, media center. Let's go. There we go. Start again. Control. And I can then try to install the drivers and see if it fails again, which is most likely will. And I can of course try to edit all the drivers and of course the updates as well, and we need to see if it still doesn't work, then compare over 100 updates. I think I need to go through. You just need, you know, if it's a needle, you know, in the haystack, And it might also be who knows, in regards to those audio drivers. But it's just weird that it just doesn't make any sense. There's of course nothing makes sense with Microsofts. Well, I had hoped that the Hebrew would have further taken on me in regards of understanding, but I guess it's not as easy as English from a Danish perspective. So, it's just still it's Hebrew, right? But I don't understand it. Something with, uh, you know, Lila, that's night. Hake, hake. Okay. Cool. Uh-oh, hippie temperature. Oh, anyway. Some salads and some coffee will do me good. Oh, down and yeah, I'm not sure if they're down there. I could fix and go down and have a little coffee or something like that and sit for a short while and take a break, I guess. I guess it's a little worldly music. Bedre nok K5. Hoshia. Nokuya. Behava. Obekesef. Shilimena. Wow, that's. Who knows if I'm ever going to learn Hebrew? I need some coffee, that's for sure. But anyway, installing features and updates will take, well, maybe less than 2 hours, maybe less than an hour because it's 32-bit. I do wonder if 32-bit might actually be running better, you know, even if it's a 64-bit. What is the exact meaning of Hayita in Genesis 1:2? Hayita, tohu vavohu, yeah. The question is of concern as the translation can lead to either a gap theory if rendered as became, as a static condition of the earth when it was created, if rendered as was. Yeah, well, you have to take it all in context, and of course you know the earth is not there yet. Tohu vavohu, tohu, prayer. Not. Well, waste, I guess, in regards to not being there. I guess I have to figure out. Oh, that was the guy. I actually had he made a pretty good somewhere. What answered old hermit? The word study of tohu vavohu. Unreality, emptiness. Tohu and the. Yeah. To who? From an unused word on reality. From an unused word. From an unused word. The problem is, yeah, because and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the. That makes sense if you just fix the comma. And the spirit of the gods moved upon the faces of the waters. It's not. I guess I had to look into all the other places of the Tohu again, and I think I got it pretty good, but to not be was not. Let's see here. And the land was not. Well, what did it? The land was not. How did I translate it? Good question. And the land, okay, and there was no land, and the land was not, yeah. And yeah, I guess not, it's also a not, right? Not, like not, but not is pretty close to not, right? Like not. So the land was not. The land was not. There was no land. The land was not. Yeah, I guess that's and as it was not, it was like desolate, right? Desolate. Could also be a desolate. To be. Writing no shoulder. Yeah, surface of the moon, bare. It was bare, it was not. Bum 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 bum. No, I think it's restarting. I think that's probably good. And there was no land. Because there is no land. And emptiness and darkness was over the faces of the deep. The question again is the emptiness. Like when you read it, right? Jehovah Bohu, right? But we have in regards of the faces of the deep, right? But that emptiness and darkness over the faces of the deep makes much more sense. And the spirit of the gods was hovering over the face. I need to look into that word. The deep. To hover. Moving, hover. Well, hover is not the same as moving, is it? Hovering, grow, react. But that was something in regards of wouldn't he like be hovering like just over the water, like in the book of Daniel, where God is hovering over the waters. Wow, that would be actually a pretty good image of, yeah. Because why would one of them be hovering over the waters? Because he's pointing out who he is. Wow. Why is it moving into the installation again? Did it fail? Well, it's like maybe I need to try to close it. Let's try to turn it off and again. Moving. The man hovering over the waters is making him into God. Why would he else be hovering over the waters? Hovering. Yeah, hovering. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. What was the guy doing in Daniel? Hovering over the waters, wasn't it? I wonder if that's was standing over the waters, hovering over the waters. Wait. Okay, I wonder what that word is. Let's see here, but it probably, it could be, in Aramaic, so that's a kind of a problem.
אחרי כמה חודשים, האם אתה עדיין מרגיש אליי אותו דבר? והנה אנחנו מסתכלים האחד לשנייה בעיניים, ומבטך חולק ממבטי, וכל כך רציתי.
Mima'ah, but is that Hebrew or Aramaic? Mima'ah. Lemim. That's, yeah. Mayim. Mayma. Okay. May. It's still Hebrew. Okay. Do we have other places where it... We're standing on the water, or is he above the waters? Which was mi'al, lemi, upon, high, above. just not really same word.
רציתי שנהיה כמו פעם, להרגיש את טעם השפתיים האלה שפעם
נשקו. How is it doing the computer? I'm not really sure what else. Okay, I guess it just failed in regards of. It seems to be doing what it should do. I think I'm not entirely sure. Well, starting Windows, it seems to be installing, so everything should be good. I think. Yeah, checking. Should it was checking? So it's still installing, but apparently it had some issues after the restart. Jumping into. Okay, there we go. We're actually in the system. Okay. Question is, should I activate it? Probably. It's a good idea. Because I can't do it afterwards in this. Okay. See here. Just be right back. Okay. I'm pretty much sorted out, I think. Go. Crossful, blah 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 blah. Uh-oh. Well, it seems to have the network drivers installed at least. So that's great. So והארץ הייתה תוהו ובוהו וחושך על פני תהום ורוח אלוהים מרחפת. Okay, so 7 trees. Okay, 7 trees. Milk flooded. Shake. That's the only 3 times we have it. So to be nesting. Ruach. Nesting over. I don't know if you could say that. Nesting. To grow, soft, relax. Also the deep and the spirit of the gods was nesting over the faces of the waters. I don't know if that would be honest, like as an eagle steered her nest over her young fluttered. לנביאים נשבע ליבי וקיבי הרפוף shake. Something hover in regards of its hover. You could hover. I don't know if that's good. Nesting over the waters. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to. Move or arrange oneself as a comfortable and cozy position. Clung to, clutch hold, close hold tight, collect. I don't know if that's the totally, you know. I remember this, Hebrew guide also went into in regards to things. The deeper meaning of it. You get a so image of nesting, but that no. Well, I know moved. Well, he's not moved. Well, you could say. Well, it gives a different, because if this, if you think like the spirit of God's moving on the waters, right? You think that he's moving, right, over the waters, and yet he might just be over the waters, nesting in some sense. Being. Oh, we have a Windows installation. Great. Oh yeah, that's the problem with the 32-bit, of course. Why is only 16 of 2.88 gigabyte is usable of 16 gigabyte? Okay, I don't know why it would not use more. Well, that will, of course, will quickly get let's see how much it's using. Oh, still. I don't know why it wouldn't have more. Why can't it use 4 gigabyte? Or I guess it's available. Total 2.9. Why is it only 2.9? Doesn't make any sense. Oh well, the keyboard doesn't work. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we should just set it to look for updates. Oh, we do something else. I'll do for. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, there we go. And we can check the updates, great. And I didn't install the graphic cards, did I? Nope. Well, of course I. Yeah, okay. But why only 3 gigabyte? Doesn't make any sense. On a system with 4 gigabyte, you will see users of why is RAM only 3 gigabyte usable? The problem may occur because the system BIOS is outdated. If you have an older computer, the system may be unable to access all the installed RAM. In this case, you have to update the system BIOS to the latest. Is the. Oh no, so maybe in regards of updating the system will help, I don't know. I just installed extra, but it's just. There's different methods here. Uncheck the option maximum memory and click OK, then OK again and restart the Computer check if it helps to resolve the issue. Who knows? An update might fix it. Anyway, this website doesn't work, so we guess we old web pages. Oh, it's getting closer for them to opening up the shop, so that's great. Get whatever. I don't know if I should go to the beach or just go out and buy something. Apparently this website is not even a 3 GB, not 4 GB problem. I have no idea why it's showing like 2.88 GB. Well, I guess again the updates might fix it. Like 2.88 GB usable. Doesn't seem right, does it? Oh, it has the pen and touch installed as well. My bad. I guess. Oh, did I install the? I think I added the. What's that called? Yeah, Windows Media Center is installed. Okay. So everything media is installed. So let's try to install those. Yeah, let's try to install those network. What is called? The. Install the install the what do we have here? Install the what am I thinking? I'm trying to think at least. I'm trying. What was I doing? I was trying to install something, right? Oh yeah, okay. No, that wasn't it. Why could they be? Who's that speaking? Reminds me of... Okay, let's try this one. Yep. I found the thing. Let's copy them out on the... No idea, wow. Okay, so far so good. I'll see what it says. If it gives me an error, most likely it does. And oh no, an error occurred while checking for new updates for your computer. You know, I think we have that issue of this specific driver nonsense. I don't know if I have that for the 32-bit. So let me just sort that out as well. Oh, what's so many disgusting filth, you know, I just... Okay, let's see, we only have it in 64-bit, so we need to go to the MS update thing and all that, because we can't even update, right, without an update. It's just so bullshit. There's just so many, and they do it on purpose, like calling them up in regards of getting activated and all that. You know, you gotta be kidding me. The bullshit game again, you know, multiple numbers that you need to put in. Okay, Windows Embedded Standard, we have 2 here. Here we have for the, so we need to download this one. You know, and you think about it, you would need to figure out which update do I need to actually. Anyway, it's disgusting. I checked. Yeah, it's still giving me an issue here, it seems. The Microsoft MTP driver is not found on your system, blah 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 blah, right? Not a surprise, it doesn't work. Slim. Well, want to put it, okay, well, was it old? No. There we go. So, we first need to update that. Just insanity. All the bullshit. Yeah, it's very, very annoying if, you know, because there must be a, you know, if I could find like a old version without SP1, and maybe that would make it work. It's just sickening. All these issues that absolutely shouldn't be there. It's a sick system. Okay, and the Windows couldn't, or Microsoft or Megasoft couldn't even, make a final, or at least update it for a service pack 2 or 3 or 4. No, we can't do that. It'll be too easy. So let's just waste people's times. Okay, we've nearly done. Oh yeah, that was the Italian. She actually reminded me of the Italian girl speaking. Oh yeah, that was in regards to Alberto Rivera. It's the nun, the former nun. So you just need to install that. That's when you don't install updates. You need to have this one specific. Well, at least I've gotten further from that. How can the sun already be like? I'm still morning. Oh, I guess we're getting into this dark period, right? I guess we're closing for the next month where it's getting to be lowest. And then you just need to restart, right? Because that's the Microsoft's bullshit. There's another application that was made by someone else, but that's not for the WES7 standard apparently. It doesn't work with that. That was actually seemingly a lot better within regards to where you can sort out features and all that, what you want to have activated when you sort it and fix it and all that. But it actually looks more easier to sort out. I guess I could buy a license or something like that for a further version. I'm not going to use it anyway much. So. But one could make a...
הראשונה ברשימה,
Yeah, that's...
חברה טובה שלי, הכרתי
Why
אותה
is it open?
בסיגל,
Oh, man.
ומאז אנחנו חברות מאוד מאוד טובות. אני רוצה להזמין הרבה מה את הזמרת דנה ברגר!
Yeah, she sounds like, you know, that woman, that Italian girl. A43. Okay, so now we are in the system. Let's try to see if we can update now, right? Well, clearly we still have the problem of it not working. Well, of course I can try to pick my mobile in, and then I can see the error, I guess. So again, it's either a setting or it's an update or something of that nature, you know. Let's see what it says. Nope, not working. Well, again, I can take all those drivers and try double drive and tell it to install all the updates, but I think it's something in the system. If I don't like to use the word lucky, right? But if if it's just an update, I just need to sort out, that would be wonderful. But I'm afraid that it's probably deeper in the system. I'm not sure how much chance I have to fix it. I could try to copy files from one place to another and see if something corrects it, right? And if something corrects it, then I could. It's a tedious process, of course. It all is. But if I could sort out why is the issue? Is it in the Windows or specific folder? What's, if I fix this folder with these files, does it work out? Or then I know, okay, that's where the issue is, right? Yeah. Could also be the registration database. That's something wrong, right? Yeah. Anyway. Checking for updates. Oh yeah, by the way, in regards to the 3 GB issue, that's also something to look into, to sort that out. If that's just weird, that wouldn't. It's 16 GB, right? So that should be more than. hovering on the face of the, what was nesting. Nesting on the faces of the water. I'm not entirely sure. Nesting. Hovering, nesting, brooding. To brood, to nest. Again, one word makes you think like this, right? Another word makes you think like that, right? You need to, but what is actually happening, right? It doesn't seem like God would be flying over the waters or the spirit. It seems like the spirit is it's above the waters. It's nesting above the waters or something like that. And then God said, "Let there be light," right? And there was light. But how does that actually work out with this? I guess God is outside of dimension because there's no space yet, right? That hasn't been created. The space is not created as such. So how does that work out? Wow. Who would have thought you could use so many years on just one chapter? And the gods called the light day, and the darkness they called night. And it was evening, and it was morning. And the gods called the space for heavens, and it was evening, it was morning, the second day. Yeah. Some of the things I haven't translated here. Okay. Oh my, there's a good amount still to be done. Wow. Lots of things. I thought I've been working on it for a pretty good long time, and yet still a long way. What about have we sorted all of those out? I guess that's one here. Hamishi. There's one more here that needs to be sorted out. So that's at least two in regards to the speech tree. At least three that needs to be sorted out, and then of course then I need to check it all up if everything is as it should. So that's great, at least we can update now. Let's see here. And there's something called memory diagnostic tool. I might be able to, if it doesn't sort out, then I might be able to run. And oh, it's painful. תודה רבה.
אתם בטח מכירים את קובי עוז, נכון? הנפלא, הנהדר. למה הלכת ממנו?
Okay, we have 111 updates. Yeah, of course. Wow. Okay, so I guess it needs to install those. But yeah. Of course, the whole idea was not to make a 32-bit system and start forward in regards of all these. Did it say anything? And the whole idea was not to start, if I need, I don't wanna, shouldn't really be using a 32-bit anyway, right? So, I don't wanna go all through all the tedious nonsense again. Of course I know how to do it, but it's hours and hours and hours and hours if you wanted to make an installation CD with all the updates and all that, right? So, and you need to go through all those hundreds and then you need first to see if you can find the one place, and if you can't find the one place, you need to find the other place, and then that's terrible. Oh yeah. I thought it said something, but it's still apparently downloading. Well, I haven't said it that it should download the secondary, but it's like 106 updates, and then of course it needs to. Yeah, the madness of it all. Yeah, and then I need to, 111, yeah, and then looking into this other thing, and of course it's going to be a little. I guess I can put the system over on the other computer. Doesn't seem to work. In regards to the update. Boo, boo, boo. Seems to be something yesterday. Monday. Oh wow, it's a mess. Well, they're open now. Nice. Why waste time on that?
כדי לחטא בה, וכמו העץ, גדל גם האדם, נחלתו רוצה כמו כולם, האל נתן ורק האל ייקח, אתה לי חבר ואח. המילים האלו, הנפלאות האלו, כתב האחד והיחיד שכתב לי מילים בכל אחד מהתקליטים שלי, הוא הקמע שלי, קוראים לו דוד זיגמן, ומגיע לו הרבה כפיים.
I'm not really sure whether I will. Why? Because it's a topic that most people don't want to have a conversation about and close their eyes, plug their ears, tape their mouth shut. I just don't know how much longer we cannot talk about this. And what I'm talking about is this. I don't want to say the word out loud, but that word is associated with this word. Okay? Someone this morning sent me an email, and it was a video of a lady who used to work for, and anyway, she's no longer with us because she was, right? She was speaking out, she was making a difference. She was raising awareness. So anyway, I watched this and I cried like for 2 hours. Like, how can we not take this seriously, okay? And I'm not talking about, so I'm just writing it down. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about, okay? So, I did what I thought was the right thing when my kids were born. I definitely regret it. And I was going to make the excuse that, hey, 30 years ago we didn't have the internet, but you know what? We still had access to this information. I just chose not to see it. So, getting back to this video, it got me thinking how we, as parents, are accomplices. We are all accomplice to
Murder. Yep.
right? Look up the definition of what an accomplice is. An accomplice is someone who is present at the scene of the crime, right? Well, who takes the kids to get this done? We do. We do. The parents or the guardians, we do. Another definition of an accomplice is someone who actively participates. Well, for sakes, we hold them down while they scream and they cry. We hold them down. Think about that. And another thing, sorry, I wrote some little notes, but
Yep.
another thing with being an accomplice is if the victim dies, sorry, here I go. I'm nervous about doing this video because this is like a huge friggin' elephant. In all our houses, right? We don't want to talk about this, but we have to talk about this. Our children are suffering, okay? They are suffering. And the reason it's getting worse every year. Can you actually look at any household right now and tell me that there's not a child that doesn't have some issue, health issue, right? They all do. And what's the common denominator? This. And those that don't make it is because we've done this. Another definition of an accomplice is someone who fails to prevent it. Well, that's what we're doing. We're not preventing it. We're not speaking out. We're just hiding in our fucking houses, pretending that nothing is going on. Well, there's lots going on. I'm not doing anything either. I'll admit that. But I think it's time. Like, it's time. I don't know what to do. There are some people that try to speak out and they're censored. And this lady that I was talking about earlier in the video, if you want that video, by the way, just message me and I'll email it to you or send it to you somehow. She's not on this planet anymore. And a lot of them, that's what's happening to people that are censored. So, yeah, I kind of get why we're not talking about it. But aren't the children worth it? Something to think about, people. Something to think about. Are we, as parents and guardians of these beautiful children who we brought into the world, they didn't, they didn't ask to come here. We brought them into this world. Shouldn't we be doing everything in our power, and I mean everything in our power, to make sure that they're healthy and safe? Healthy and safe. Yes.
Yeah.
And those that don't make it is because we've done this. Another definition of an accomplice is someone who fails to prevent it. Well, that's what we're doing. We're not preventing it. We're not speaking out. We're just hiding in our fucking houses, pretending that nothing is going on. Well, there's lots going on. I'm not
Bye. Have a good night. See you later. Be safe. What happened? What happened? What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, you don't want to go?
Of audacity, as this man lights up a cigarette on a plane mid-flight. Shocked passengers alert the cabin crew to the allegedly drunken man's ridiculously stupid behaviour.
Oh yeah, we're still recording, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm still, it's still installing, 70% complete, and of course that's not really 70, right? Because then you need to restart.
Doing anything either, I'll admit that. But I think it's time, like it's time. I don't know what to do. There are some people that try to speak out and they're censored. And this
Yep, over 400 days.
lady that I was talking about earlier in the video, if you want that video, by the way, just message me and I'll email it to you or send it to you somehow. She's not on this planet anymore. And a lot of them, that's what's happened to people that are censored. So, yeah, I kind of get why we're not talking about it.
Yeah.
But aren't the children worth it? Something to think about, people. Something to think about. Are we, as parents and guardians of these beautiful children who we brought into the world, they didn't, they didn't ask to come here. We brought them into this world. Shouldn't we be doing everything in our power, and I mean everything in our power, to make sure that parents and guardians of these beautiful children who we brought into the world, they didn't,
How did the video go? I guess I lost the video. I was nearly pretty much at the end anyway, but yeah. It's a filthy world.
I'll give you an overview of what the differences are.
Okay, so it didn't work in regards of getting the 64-bit version out of the image. Because that's just how it is, right? These days, everything has to be locked down, and yeah, it would be nice if I could get the 64-bit version out that actually worked with the key and work with the mobile drivers. Again, one can only hope that it's one of these updates and I get it sorted, and then I can, whatever, put it out on the internet or something like that for other people. I can get some help, and that doesn't need to go through the whole disgusting thing. I really need a bath. I was going to a bath here like 2 days ago, then they had closed. Yeah, I don't know what to do with those. I have glass in my feet. Now if I really put some intensive and just don't care, maybe the glasses will prick itself, so I can find where they are or something like that in the foot. Maybe they will do a little havoc in the foot so I can see where it is. I'm so tired of it. Just get some how to use WES7 and WES8 cool toolkits, ICE and IBW. But you get, with all this nonsense in the world, you just get, you get worn down and get tired of it all. You get censored everywhere. Put in Facebook jail so you can't write. It's like over a year of censorship is just... I have Gap. At least I'm not censored by Gap, but a lot of people do censor me on Gap, which tends to ruin things. Let's see here.
Addison, every single human being on this planet knows somebody that has been injected and died suddenly. Over 5 billion people have been injected with this thing. And when those 5 billion people died suddenly, and they learn what has been done to them, the monsters that perpetuate this evil will have nowhere to hide. I promise. StuPeters.com, November 21st, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Well, Stu, thank you so much for your courage in speaking out on this. We're going to put the website link in the CG, in the Chiron below. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Addison, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
If you're over in the UK, if you're over in the European Union,
What boggles the mind, right, is that the police has taken part in mass murder, right? Well, I guess they have taken part in mass murder for a long time, like abortion and all that, because they are the defenders, right? But in regards to all this madness going on, everybody is in on it. But you see, this is not a democracy, and evil is still evil. Evil doesn't become good because most of the society want to do
there
it.
is one thing that you are doing over there, or your media is doing, that is not happening here in the United States, and that is reporting on excess mortality after the vaccination, the COVID-19 vaccination program has rolled out. So we've been covering this story for quite some time now, but this week, in this excess mortality news cycle, we have a member of parliament in the UK that's spoken out. He's a conservative member of the parliament, Andrew Bridgen, and this is what he had to say. Take a listen.
The excess deaths we're suffering at the moment in this country, across Europe and in the Americas. What analysis is the government making of these excess deaths? But even if you're over casual analysis data shows that there's a very strong correlation between vaccine uptake and the level of excess deaths being found in that country. Surely we must have an investigation. These are tens of thousands of people who are dying more than we're expecting. It's really, really important. And I think if we don't get this right, no one's going to believe we're lose trust in politicians, and we're going to lose trust in our medicine, in our medical system.
These statements are amazing when we see them, Jeffrey, coming from politicians. Again, that's sort of like the Ron Johnson there in England. These people, we watch the European Union making similar statements. The cat is clearly out of the bag.
Yeah, and I was watching this run up to the midterms, and hats off to everybody that had some courageous talking points, but I didn't see one person bring this up. Not one person in office currently. This is not a talking point that has really taken over, and it should have in the United States. And it's interesting, on a side note on this, Andrew Bridgen faced a suspension over a second issue.
There we go.
Over lobbying breaches here. So that's just a side note to this. It's kind of interesting, the timing on that. But let's look at the headlines. These are the headlines. This was in August. This is when some of the reporting really started going mainstream. This is the silent crisis of soaring excess deaths. Britain is only the tip of the iceberg.
Takes a long time, like 16 out of 104 updates is still going to take some time. Apparently 2 of the updates it didn't, But yeah, it's doing its terrible, slow process of installing updates. Also something in regards to Windows 8, which I really should remove from the installation altogether. Although, I don't know in regards of other things that are, because it says that other things are connected to it, but it just doesn't matter because it doesn't work, so I don't know what other things is connected to it, but if you put the things, it will automatically put it in there again, and just as a thing. I wonder if yeah, well, could use it back on the. Oh my. Okay, let's see here. What? Okay, we still need to. I still can't. Fix in regards to. Yeah, really, that's not going to be a hard thing. Oh, yeah. I really wouldn't. Oh well. Getting some food and just take a break from it all. I'm trying to get things sorted out. But anyway, of course, taking the power. Oh, yeah, focus on other things. Oh, yeah. What was the thing in regards to this? Yeah. No. Oh, maybe it's up here. No. Well, at least we can speak about it.
And it says, Britain is in the grip of a new silent health crisis. For 14 of the past 15 weeks, England and Wales have averaged around 1,000 extra deaths each week, none of which are due to COVID. If the current trajectory continues, the number of non-COVID excess deaths will soon outstrip deaths from the virus this year and be even more deadly than the Omicron wave. Unfortunately, that has already happened now. So now we fast forward to current headlines. Let's look at what they have to say. This is the headline. Crisis as excess deaths soar to levels higher than during COVID pandemic. It says there have been 18,734 deaths due to COVID this year, but since May there have been 24,440 deaths where the primary cause was another condition. Over the past 6 months, non-COVID excess deaths have been running at 3 times the rate of COVID deaths. And understand, we locked down the country, we locked down the world, and we can't even get an investigation with excess deaths compared to what happened during the COVID response. So let's go over now and look at some of the actual raw numbers in the graph. So the European mortality monitoring, it's called Euromomo. It looks at 26 participating countries in this graph. And it's cumulative excess mortality. We're looking at ages 0 to over 85. And this is the most recent one. It's up to November 6th. It's week 44. And you can see here the baseline dotted line at the bottom. That's your baseline. 2020 is the gray line.
Oops.
You can see it jumps up there after week 10. 2021 is the dark blue line. And then we have 2022 is the light blue line. And you can see it around week 30 at the bottom there. That blue line has divorced itself from the other 2 lines and risen above it. So that's where we have, well, obviously we have a signal here, a big time problem. Now this is all ages. So one of the
Just for people that sometimes when we look at these graphs and if we haven't been in, math class or, physics or something for a while, just look at that left axis, everybody, as we're looking at. Those are hundreds of thousands. So though that may seem like, well, it's pretty close to talking about a rise of tens of thousands of deaths during those time periods, that is putting that light blue line. And remember, there's multiple things we should be thinking about here. If the vaccine worked at all, the line should be going down since we came through what was supposed to have been a deadly pandemic. I mean, even if you didn't vaccinate everybody, just 50% or 30%, we should have seen that effect that the vaccine actually saved some lives. So there's no way you can make the statement that the vaccine has somehow curbed death when we are watching this virus disappear into our rearview mirror, at least in its severity for the time being, and yet the death rate is continuing to soar and go even higher. Folks, we have a problem.
right, and that was all ages. So now let's dig into
Accomplish, yeah. Bum 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 bum. Oh, yeah, I have to download again next time. I need to install Hopefully I didn't ruin the brain, I guess, is and 4 hours of this nonsense anyway as well. Yeah, sad I couldn't install it. Couldn't trigger to believe that it was because of security nonsense again. What you would think, oh, maybe it's just not as easy to extract things, right? Well, would that be a way? Well, then you would need to make an image file or something like that. No, that's too much too. Well, 23 out of 104. I will take, maybe I should take a break and just go for some food. And it should be done when I get home. And need a restart at that point. Yeah, things takes time for sure. A lot of time. Get some food and get back and some coffee. Yeah, coffee will be good. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. And see if we can further work on the thing, Yeah, anyway. May God be with you, and Yeshua, most precious pearl, and the spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one.